So, I want to talk about accountability, specifically accountability with other people. So, we're not really talking about personal accountability here. When I think about accountability, I think about, things like being held responsible. I think about now I have to do something, right? Because it's now a requirement. And I think about now there are consequences involved when there's accountability with another person. So I feel like depending on your type of personality, accountability can be a good thing or a bad thing, or it can be both. Like for me, it's both. Please excuse if you hear chomping if there's noise in the back because that is my cat eating his dinner. But on one hand, some of the good things about accountability is that I become more serious about my goals because now it's not just me keeping it to myself, right? Someone else knows about it. I become more serious about making progress and putting in consistent work towards those goals. And having accountability is just sort of like having a constant reminder to not forget to work on your goals. And on the other hand, accountability is bad because now I feel like I have to do it. Even during those weeks when I just want to be a lazy fuck, or those weeks when I am not feeling up to it, now because there's accountability, I feel like I have to do it. Another bad thing is that now I risk getting questioned on why something didn't get done. And also now with accountability, I have to face the reality of letting someone down if I didn't complete something, but more importantly, letting myself down because ultimately these are my goals. So that's why when it comes to asking for support with accountability, most of the time it's easier to just not ask for it and to just keep our goals and ambitions and desires to ourselves. Keeping things to ourselves make it way easier because we don't have to explain anything to anyone. We don't have to answer to anyone. We don't have to come up with amazing stories and excuses as to why, something happened or didn't happen. In a way, it's kind of like our own dirty little secret. But if you've ever had accountability between you and another person, then you know exactly how powerful of a tool it can be. It can be a great motivator. It can help keep you focused. And overall, it just helps you play at a higher level. And whether accountability makes you perform better because you are genuinely happy and excited to do the work, or if accountability is making you perform better, due to fear, right? Fear of letting the other person down, fear of being questioned. I think the bottom line is that accountability is an effective tool regardless. And obviously, we don't need accountability for everything, right? Like most things we can just do fine on our own. But if we know that we can benefit on having accountability on a certain thing, and we have access to someone who can keep us accountable, but we choose to opt out, then we gotta ask ourselves why. Like, are we afraid of being seen for who we really are? Are we afraid of having witnesses see us potentially fail, whatever failing even means? Are we afraid to share our ambitions and desires? Are we afraid of letting people see, where we started from, right? Like, from a low level, right? From the bottom. Are we afraid of letting people see like how, shitty we were when we first started our craft, and do we only want people to see the polished, perfect, finished product, right? Do we only want them to see the perfect end result and not, how bad we were at doing the thing when we first started. Because if any of these resonated with you, then it really could be a question of, are we opting out of vulnerability? Because that's probably what it is. And this is just my personal opinion, but I feel like it would be a damn powerful place to come from if you choose into vulnerability and be in ownership of your successes and failures. Because at the end of the day, this is your life and your story, and you get to own every bit of it. Let's get it!